Hey people, welcome back. In this video we're gonna going over all the departments and how they're gonna utilize um, the eJetnote, how it's gonna work. So first thing first, once the salesperson has submit the eJetnote, it'll go to the sales manager, sales manager approve it, and then you'll get a notifications. So noti is gonna show up saying, hey, this is what needs to be done for this vehicle. We're gonna start with service. So service, we're gonna go back to our test, and there we go. We're in the test, and we know for service we had 3 items pending, and nothing has been done, so 0 out of 3. And we're gonna start by creating an RO for this eJetnote. So service, start by entering an RO number. I'm gonna use a random one for this eJetnote, so A20514. I'm gonna press update, and you'll see it'll say added a new RO number. Now I can click my service. Now I know I need to do oil change, cut second key, and 150 point inspection. Now you can, for service department, you can add prices here. It's not required, but you can add them here. So I'm gonna change that to 100. That's obviously a random number. Change the ETA. I'm gonna say it's gonna be done tomorrow. And then you can mark it complete here, and also change it as explained in the other video, charge it to customer. Now you have a bunch of different options here, and I'll go over each one. Let's just press save to this, and you can see it says cut second C, customer will be paying, and 150 point inspection. We got the price updated and everything. So next thing, I'm going to show you this little PBS sync button. So it says PBS sync is off. This is for each individual item. For example, 150 point inspection. If I click this red button, I can link an item with an RO number. For example, it says the RO number we entered earlier, 820514. These are all the lines from PBS on that RO number. If I want to change an RO number, I can simply go by click here, and I can just like change the RO number, click search. Now it's pulling all the items from that RO. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my 141, that one, and I'm gonna sync a line with this clean for delivery eJetnote. If I create a link, what happens now is now this item is now, you can see now it's green and it says PBS sync is on. So what does this mean is that means if a tech marks the item complete in PBS, it's automatically marked complete over here. So that means you don't have to come back and mark it complete manually. Even if I try, for example, mark it complete, I'll say you can't change manually, change this item because it's being synced with PBS. So now it's on automatic sync. If you don't want it to be automatic sync again, you can simply click the green button again and just say delete link. If you delete, it says you want to say you no longer be synced with PBS, press yes, and now this item can be manually completed. So how to complete items? You simply click on the item you're looking for to complete, press complete, press save. That's it. And I'm gonna do the same for this. Press complete, press save, and it's done. And if I go back to my main screen, you'll see now all the service items have been done, so 3 out of 3. And you can see it'll leave a trail over here. It says these items were done, all service work is done. If we go to the main screen, you'll see our service under test is now green. There we go. And that's how you complete items in eJetnote. Now the same process applies for detail, accessories, sublet, and quick lane. So you simply click on it, whatever the item is, you will mark it complete and press save, and it's done. Now for example, there could be items, those are, for example, I'm going to go in sublet, and somebody created this item, a test sublet, but this was actually supposed to go under service, not sublet. And now I got to move this item. So if you see this little this transfer button, I can click on that, and it'll give me all the department it needs to be transferred to. I'm going to transfer it to service. It'll say, are you sure? Press yes. And if I go back, and now you can see it says I transferred the sublet, test sublet, which was in sublet, it was transferred to service. Now service, sublet has no items left, and now service has 3 out of 4. So if I click on this, and the test sublet is right there. And now at this point, if I think there was a mistake made and this item shouldn't be here, I can simply delete the item. Yes, and now it says deleted, and if I go back, it says it was deleted, and now all service work is done. It's no longer 4 out of 3 or 3 out of 4. This pretty much applies to all the departments, how they all work, except for parts and accessories. Accessories, if you go under, there's nothing here. It's because the parts that we have ordered becomes an accessory to install. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's now, this will be for parts department. So obviously you want to go in there by clicking the number or the title. So I go in there, I can see the 2 quotes we had added before. So I'll click on the first quote, and it says tonneau cover, the 21 plus F50 no drill, and then we have the labor is already completed, and then we have back 149 SM/half safe. Okay, so for parts, pretty much you click on the quote number, you click in which item you want, and you can mark it arrived. You can also change the price here. This is the part number pulled from PBS, and you can change the location of where the part is. This is for parts reference. You can also change the special order request number. You can add it over here. This is also for just for your reference. And change labor. Labor is usually pulled from PBS, so you don't have to do any of this. So if I want to change the special order number to 5651, I press update, and now it's added. It'll say new SOR added. To mark the items complete, same thing over here. Obviously you can change the price, part number, and the ETA, but if there's a little arrived button. If I click that, press save, and it'll ask me, it's like, hey, does this cover tonneau needs to be installed? Obviously the cover tonneau needs to be installed, and I'm gonna press yes. So now once it has been arrived, it gets moved to accessories. So now accessories gets a notification saying, hey, this part has arrived, this needs to be installed on this vehicle. So if I go back, and now accessory has 1 item, and obviously if I click on it, it's gonna be the tonneau cover, and rest is the same, where you can mark it complete, and it completes it. Now that's done too. Now you can see our 2 out of 6 parts have arrived. If I go back in, I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna take this 21, and you can see the notifications are popping up. All service work is done, all accessories work is done. It's because I'm the sales rep for this stock number. I'm gonna mark this arrived, and this time I'm gonna say it does not need to be installed. So I press no. So now if I go back, you'll see this item did not move to accessories. And rest is I have 1 item here left, and then I also have a bunch of there's another bunch of items over here, a couple of items under another quote number. Let's say this was a mistake, I don't want this quote number. I can simply click on it, press that little X over here. It says, do you want to delete it? Press yes, and now that quote is gone. I only left with 1. Now let's say there were other items in the quote that they were added, requested later, and they're not in there. The parts person can simply go new part and go like, I'm gonna say test part, and this is added under that quote number now, and you can obviously enter the part number and the price for it. I'm gonna press save, and now it's added. You can see now we have the test part. I'm gonna close these notifications. And let's say there's multiple parts you want to add all at once, so I can click this little purple button, and then I'm gonna call it part name. I'm gonna call it test 1, price is 0, part number can be empty, part number 2, test 2, price is 0, and it can go bulk add, and obviously I can keep adding, and now it adds them in bulk. And obviously if I want to delete a part, I just click on it, delete, yes, delete, yes, delete, yes, and the very last item, I'm gonna mark it complete. Arrived, save. It says, do you want to install? I'm gonna say no, and if I go back, and you can see now that all the items we have completed are done, and it says unit is ready for delivery. all the items got the check mark. That means they've been done. That was the total. And if I go back, you'll see the test is now off the list because everything has been completed and it's ready for delivery. The only thing we can do is, if you want to go back and check at it, I can look up test. That's our test. We see everything is green. Open it, and you see it's done. And that is all. Obviously, if you have more questions, you can send an IT request to it@camclark4.com, and we'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. All right, people, have a great day.